All right, good morning. Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. Pastor Dowell here. I guess what we're going to do today is we're going to talk a little bit about the Joe Biden's Build Back Better initiative, or Joe Biden's Build Back Better plan. First of all, number one, we all know with the lowest approval rating of any president in the United States of America history, it is kind of crazy, isn't it? The most popular president, more popular than Barack Hussein Obama and Donald Trump, has the lowest approval rating of any president in the history of the United States of America. Well, I'll be damned. I tell you what, boy. Anyway, January the 1st kicked off a lot of things, which should be great concerns of those of us who are using different apps. Some of you have businesses, you use different apps in order to be able to obtain revenue from. Cash App, Zilla, Vimo, stuff like that. The Joe Biden's initiative, or the Build Back Better plan, that a lot of people, I don't understand why the mainstream news media is literally not talking about this in this daytime and hour, when it's going to affect, like I said before in videos months ago, it's going to affect the poor and the middle class. And you know what that is, right? Now the IRS, who is going to employ more people to make sure that they make sure on a grand scale that they created this auditing machine, is going to track anything over $600. I mean, even if you make $600 in a calendar year using digital dollars or digital currency or whatever it is, they are going to allegedly, well, they ain't no alleged to it, it's a fact, they're going to be implementing new tools to come after you. Yeah, it's literally an auditing attack. Now, I personally think it's nonsensical for us to pay taxes 3 and 4 times on goods and services. I'll give you an example. Let's say you go out here and you buy something from the store, you pay taxes, right? Then later on, you resell it to someone, and the IRS wants you to report that you resold that for more taxes. It's nonsensical. It's just really, truly nonsensical. So, we today are literally going to have to learn how to be more financially aware, because the government is. The government literally can't produce anything. They can only take. And as you can see, they don't have any, with all these masterminds, these Harvards and Yale and Stanford University graduates and stuff, and I mean, from all these different schools of thought, the Keynesian School of Economics and all this old other stuff. Isn't it amazing how with all these think heads and these think tanks up here with $30 trillion in debt, and we still can't balance the budget? So again, what happens? What is Biden doing? Well, his administration, because it's on his watch, they sure are very creative in coming up how to get more money out of your pockets. And the way they're going to do it is squeeze the American people and put them under some type of tyrannical financial tyranny. Yep, you got that right. So what are some of the things I'm going to do? What are some of the things we can do? Well, you know, it's almost nonsensical nowadays to actually keep cash in the banks. It is, or money in the bank. It really truly is nowadays. I mean, the banks is probably one of the worst places in the world that you can actually keep money. And believe you me, I get it, I comprehend, I understand it's easy and stuff, but our country, in no way, shape, fashion, or form, has ever been for its people. They don't want you to prosper. They want you as serfs. They want you to go out there and make a lot of money, and they want you to pay what they call your fair share plus more. They want you to continue to keep giving more and more and more and more of your blood, sweat, tears, your right leg, your right arm, and your firstborn to them. That's what they want. Let me digress here for a second. You know, I went down to the Tennessee public vital records, right? And when I walked into that place, first thing I thought to myself, I looked over to my left and I go, why in the hell is there an armed guard in a paper pushing record place? You know, to keep records. Now, don't get me wrong. I knew from the very beginning the reason why he's there. And I spoke about that many, many times on here. Maybe I'll speak about it again on my Patreon channel to tell you the reason why. But let me get on with this video. You should try to do everything you can to use money orders, checks, money orders. And that would be financially responsible. And I'll tell you the reason why. Let me give you an example. Let's just say every Thursday you go and put $2,000 cash in the bank. And you do that every Thursday. That's 52 weeks in a calendar year. And you do that, let's say, the whole year long or even 6 months long. Do you know what you just got finished doing according to their legal terms, their legalese? Do you know what you just got finished doing? They can actually come after you for money laundering. Now, mind you, I understand our mind and our thoughts think a different way. You know, they done changed the rules and everything. You know, you get allegedly a rocket runs into a dang building or an airplane into a building, and next thing you know, there's an act against the Patriots. Did you hear what I said? They call the Patriot Act. I'm telling you, it's always been an act against the Patriots. Every single thing, every time there's a crisis in the United States of America, problem, reaction, solution, the Hegelian dialectic, the first thing they do is try to make sure that they use that crisis to implement some other things that they've always been wanting to do as they continue to keep creating new ideas to get into the back pockets of the American people, to oppress the American people even more so. And that's why I keep telling you, the best thing that Americans can do is own a lot of guns and make sure you have a lot of ammo. Because whether we like it or not, a revolution is almost inevitable, because it seems like that these people are just simply ain't going to stop. And they believe they got all the power, and then all the people that are sellouts, you know, that are in somewhat law enforcement and stuff like that. And now I don't believe that all of them are, but for the majority, if you go back and look at that movie Braveheart and stuff, you'll see if as long as the people are getting a paycheck for a song and a dance, it's better for them to be eating and have a roof over their head than you know, you to be sitting up there with pitchfork staves and knives protesting and stuff while they oppress you more and more and more. I guess I just went into a little bit of revisionist history. Let me get back on point again, all right? So they are coming up with more ways, creative ways, because people are creating more platforms for people to be able to make money. And they're doing everything they can to make sure that they cover all bases to get into your back pocket, to make sure that you pay your fair share of taxes. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, the rich people don't pay taxes like the middle class and the poor people. As a matter of fact, the majority of the tax burden is on us. So you've got to learn how to be more creative. The only thing I can do is tell you the things that I suggest, because I can't give you financial advice, because then next thing you know, they'll turn around and tell me that I'm practicing financial advice, I'm practicing law, I'm practicing all these things that I don't have their letters for. And again, it's just another way to come up with oppressing you, to let you know that in this so-called land of the free, home of the brave. I'm always amazed when they're singing the Star Spangled Banner and all this patriotic stuff, and I'm amazed how it's so easy for the powers that be, the rich people of this world, the movers and shakers, to stir up the illiterate, uninformed, dumb, and I hate to say it like this, but I'm going to say it like this, dumb, stupid people who they stir up your emotions and feelings. And then meaning you come and attack me with your unsolicited opinions because you're in that stupor. And here I am trying to do whatever I can to pull you up out of the mire. And I get attacked more and more and more for it by giving you more information. Now, don't get me wrong. The only reason why I do this is because every single time I make a video, I thought it was just 1 or 2 people. Now it's like 10 or 15 people are waking up to what the hell is going on because something clicks. Literally something clicks. So we're going to have to learn how to do things and implement things to be financially aware. If you can do things the old-fashioned way, you know, postal money orders, and then mail. I know it's inconvenient that if you're going to buy something from somebody to use money orders, but use money orders because they're not going to turn around and try to get you for money laundering by depositing money orders. It's cash. You remember, isn't it amazing how when you go to the bank now, and I remember somebody telling me they went to the bank that they always go to. A teller goes, can I see your ID? What do you mean? You already know me. I've been banking here for 20 years. What's your social security number? Blah, 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 blah. All this other stuff. Mind you, you're putting your sweat equity into their institutions for them to be able to loan out money at a greater interest rates and continue to keep perpetuating the debt in this country. And you're being a so-called financially responsible good old American. That's what you're thinking. And here you are getting grilled about the money you have in the bank and how you spending it. Now, your bank, according to the laws of America, which keeps changing over and over again, anytime you make a transaction for over $10,000 or $10,000 or greater, they have to report you to IRS whether you are putting money in or taking money out. So Big Brother got his eye on you, always has been. But now with the Joe Biden Build Back America initiative and plan, how y'all liking Joe Biden now? Every single time that buffoon says something, it's actually to bind you and cause more tyranny on you. You notice the only thing he can talk about is nothing. He can't. He sure has, in this administration, in a 1 year period of time, he sure has screwed this country up. Man, look at our gas prices. Look at the inflation. Look at the border. Can't even secure it. Huh? Epidemic, pandemic, whatever it is. We're going to get a control of this thing. What else? The debt. The only answers we got is to print more money, print more money, print more money, and print more money. Abandoning America's over in Afghanistan. And we supposed to listen and be proud to be an American when we got this buffoon and buffoonette up in office? No. Look at the devil. The devil is a liar. I tell you. Y'all may want to try to come on over my Patreon channel and listen to more I got to say. Because I tell you, even the censorship nowadays is off the chain. They want to try to make sure they're instrumental in making sure that they censor information that we need as a public to be able to speak to each other and stuff, so you don't get any idea. So when you listen to alternative news sources, another good alternative news source is Rising. They do pretty dang good. Kim Everson and them do pretty good about getting information out because from what I can discern, they're neither Democrat or Republican. They just reporting the truth, and they are equal opportunities reporting agency. Unlike the unfair reporting agencies that we have in this country. Hey, listen, we don't have a press of the people, for the people, and by the people. But I'm going to tell you one thing. You're going to start doing things a little bit different. You're going to start maybe trying to operate as much as in cash as you can possible because they're looking some way, somehow to come and think about this country. Land of the free, home of the brave. And as soon as you don't pay what they call your fair share of taxes, even though you pay taxes for every damn thing you do. Taxes at the gas pump, taxes at the store, taxes go buy underwear, taxes this, tax that, tax on your light bill, tax on your phone bill, tax everything. We just tax all over the place, upwards of like 45% of the income taxes, all right? And then even your death tax, capital gains tax. I mean, tax. All for what? To keep this country going. They can't even balance the budget. The only answer they got is to run to the feds, the Treasury, and keep begging and squabbling to a foreign entity for us to be able to have trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions and more dollars. Matter of fact, a debt that simply just cannot be paid. And I'm going to tell you now, we are upwards of $300 trillion when you look at Medicaid, Medicare, and unfunded liability. In other words, this debt is never going to be paid. Never going to be paid. Never, ever going to be paid. So, like I've said once before, your country has been done forgot about you. You better start thinking about you and your loved ones, people who you are mutually assistants with. Redefine what you call family, because natural family, a bunch of entitlement, benefits, leeches, morons, kooks and crackpots, and they think that they want to turn around and pass judgment on you, and as if their opinion is valid and stuff, and you look at the condition and place that they're in. No, it's time to become intelligent and to divorce ourselves from being unintelligent and accept the university of the painful truth that's happening with us today, and to make the proper moves that's going to benefit us. And to hell with this country they call America, because this ain't the America that none of us was taught about. This ain't the America. It's never been that America for me. It never has ever been that America for me. But for some of you, it has. But I can tell you one thing: you better start thinking about yourself. You better start being financially aware for you and your family, and you better start getting into good tangible assets like land, gold, and silver. You know, stuff that y'all ain't making no more. And you better start doing something to put a defibrillator on your mind to wake up out of this stupor that everybody seems to be in. Hope I said something to stimulate thought. Y'all have a wonderful day.